What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm here to do a day 4 roundup of the AFC Asian Cup. The tournament has been so good so far, and it continues to get better and better and better, and day 4 was awesome. We had a fixture from Group D between Iraq and Vietnam, and we also saw the first fixture from Group E between Saudi Arabia and North Korea. I want to talk about the fixture from Group D first between Iraq and Vietnam. We already had one match from Group D with Iran defeating Yemen 5-0, and in this match, Iraq versus Vietnam, the game ended 3-2. It was one of the most exciting games of the tournament so far. It was so up and down. It was an awesome game. In this match, Vietnam scored first when Atia scored an own goal in the 24th minute. That lead did not last long because Muhammad Ali scored in the 35th minute to put Iraq back on level terms. That guy Muhammad Ali was awesome today. He just kept running. He made something out of nothing, and he pounced on a defensive error and equalized for Iraq. Both the first goals were because of defensive errors. Just before the halftime break, Vietnam took the lead once again when a powerful shot was rebounded into the path of Wen Kong Pham, who scored his first goal of the tournament. I did predict Iraq to win the match, but Vietnam looked really impressive in the first half. But I don't know what the coach said to Iraq in the second half, but they came out a different team. The coach made a substitution and brought on Humam Tariq, and he scored almost instantaneously to put Iraq back on level terms. The game was level at 2-2 for quite a while, and at that point I was saying that if it ends just so, Vietnam does deserve 1 point because they did play well. But it seems like they ran out of juice coming down to the end of the game because they play a very attacking style of football. So Iraq, they just, they were level-headed and they kept trying to go ahead. And the chance came in the dying embers of the game when an Iraqi player was taken down just outside the box. And up stepped Mr. Ali Adnan, the man who plays his football for the Italian Serie A club Udinese, currently on loan at Atalanta. I made a video talking about the best players from Group D, and Ali Adnan was the feature player for Iraq, and he stepped up with a wicked left foot and put it over the wall and beat the outstretched goalkeeper who couldn't do anything about it, and Iraq stole a very valuable 3-point at the end of the game. I think the second half they played much better than they did in the first half. I was like, what is going on with this team? They will surely get smashed when they meet Iran, but Iraq show us that they are a gritty team, they are a tournament team, and they fought back hard and they picked up a very important 3 points. I feel very bad for Vietnam because they did not play bad at all. They deserved at least 1 point from this game, but it just shows you gotta have a game plan and you just can't go gung-ho for 90 minutes. So after the first set of Group D fixtures, we have Iran on top the group with 3 points, Iraq second 3 points, we have Vietnam third without a point, and Yemen at the bottom of the group, lost 5-0 versus Iran. As it looks right now, I think Iran and Iraq should advance from this group. Each team still have 2 more games to play. They have to play each other, so that will be a very interesting fixture. For the second round of Group D fixtures, Iran will face Vietnam on Saturday the 12th of January, while Iraq will face Yemen on the same day. For the second and final fixture that was played today, we saw Saudi Arabia defeat North Korea 4-0 in the opening match of Group E. Saudi Arabia controlled the game from start to finish. They were really attacking at the start of the game, and I was surprised they took 28 minutes to score their first goal to Bahabri. That was a brilliant goal. He just dropped his shoulder, did a few step overs, and hit it from a very tight angle to beat the goalkeeper. That goal will definitely be contender for goal of the tournament. The second goal was scored by Al Fatih when he flicked on a free kick to beat the North Korean keeper. And at that point I was like, how many are Saudi Arabia gonna score today? They had a few chances which they squandered. Fahad Al Muwallad was playing up top and he was playing out of position. He usually plays on the right wing and he was playing as a a center forward today. Just before the halftime break, Kwon Sung-han, the North Korean player who plays his football in Italy, got sent off after picking up a second yellow card in quick succession. I think that was really idiotic of him. You know, the challenge was just unnecessary. North Korea had very few attacking chances in the first half. I think their best chance was squandered by Kwon Sung-han just before he got sent off. It was a header which he put wide, but apart from that, it was all Saudi Arabia attacking in the first half. At the beginning of the second half, Saudi Arabia were a bit more subdued. They already had a 2-goal advantage. They had a man advantage. It was no need, you know, to go gung-ho. So they just knocked the ball around, created some more chances that, you know, put North Korea under more and more pressure until they folded in the 78th minute when the captain, Salem Al-Dassari, scored a brilliant goal. He just went around the defender, dropped his shoulder and hit it with his left. And I was surprised that Salem Al-Dassari was actually the captain of the team. I did not check the Saudi Arabia squad before the tournament, and I realized that Hassawi wasn't included in the squad. I mentioned his name yesterday. Al-Salawi wasn't included in the squad, and a few more experienced players weren't even included in the squad. So Juan Antonio Pizzi is looking towards the future, blooding new talent. North Korea created a few more chances, and I could remember that they forced a really good save out of the Saudi Arabian goalkeeper, who didn't really have much to do in the game. But all in all, it was a very poor performance by North Korea. They only had 26% of the possession. They could only muster up about 250 passes and completing just about half of them. They were just horrible. They were just horrible on the day, and I hope they did not report back to North Korea that they actually won this game. You know, you remember what happened when they played at the World Cup? But for Saudi Arabia, who are one of the favorites to win the tournament, they were really impressive today. Their coach Juan Antonio Pizzi must be pleased with the performance of the boys. Salem Al-Dassari looks really good. I love the look of him. I like the look of Bahabri as well. These players, you know, once they keep their head on and they just concentrate, they could take Saudi Arabia very deep into this tournament. Since this is the only game from Group E, Saudi Arabia now top of the table, 3 points. Then we have Qatar second, haven't played as yet. Lebanon third, have not played as yet, and then North Korea at the bottom without a point. And it looks like North Korea might not qualify for the round of 16 as the best third place team. I don't think they're gonna come back from this defeat at all. If they do, that will be a remarkable achievement. Saudi Arabia's next fixture will be on Saturday, January the 12th, while for North Korea, they will face Qatar the following day. Now that I have given you my analysis of the match day 4 fixtures, I will now give you my predictions for tomorrow's games. We will have the other Group E match between Qatar and Lebanon, and the 2 Group F fixtures, which will feature Japan versus Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan will face Oman. Let me start with the Group E fixture, Qatar versus Lebanon. I'm gonna go with the 2022 World Cup host Qatar. They look very good lately, and they should fancy themselves to beat Lebanon. Not to underestimate Lebanon at all, but I'm gonna go for Qatar. Lebanon are the underdogs in this match, and they can definitely surprise us and pull off an upset. Yes, it will be an upset. For the Group F fixture, Japan versus Turkmenistan. Guys, come on, this one is very easy. Japan should blow away Turkmenistan. We could see a goal fest in this one. We could see them defeat Turkmenistan by at least 4 goals. I'm gonna go for a 4-0 victory for Japan over Turkmenistan. The Emeralds might not even pick up a point in this group. Sorry, Emeralds. Sorry. Prove me wrong. And then we have Uzbekistan versus Oman. Well, the 2018 Gulf Cup champions Oman, they are very tricky team. They are not a team with a lot of flair, not a lot of popular players, and you know, they can be a dark horse in this group. For Uzbekistan, I've been tracking this team very closely, and I think they can actually make their World Cup debut very soon, maybe in the next 8 years. They have their star man Odil Akhmedov in that team, and I'm gonna go for a win here. I'm gonna go for a win for Uzbekistan. Sorry, Oman. Oh man, sorry. but I'm going to go for a win for Uzbekistan here. I'm going to say a 2-1 victory. All the fixtures on match day 5 are going to be exciting. Again, I think this tournament is going to be one to remember. This is my first ever AFC Asian Cup. I didn't follow it in 2015 or 2011. I didn't even know when it was being played. That's just how much I did not really follow the AFC Asian Cup. But now I'm following it, you know. It's the first tournament I'm covering for the year, so it's a very, 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 very special one. So guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Let me know your thoughts on the match day 4 fixtures. Leave your predictions for tomorrow's games, and if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, share the video with a friend, and until next time, peace out. Rich Squad!